As the harsh Scottish winter continues to bite, everyone braves the weather, awaiting the arrival of spring. However, the Scottish winter has its own quiet beauty. Life carries on at a slower, tougher pace, with each lengthening day bringing a small but welcome hint of brighter times ahead.
Hello and welcome back to Kinlaig. So we are just literally at the end of February and all the snow is gone. But we do have a couple of fields of grass, and as we need some feed, we are going to be baling some silage as our these fields that are here, the grass, the two that we're going to do, the grass is actually up to a decent height where we can actually mow it. So one of the 7495s is on the mowers. Mowing away quite nicely there. And the other one is just up there. I've just greased it all up, ready to come in here when he's finished mowing, or nearly finished mowing, to get this road up. So we better get back and get the bigger one on the baler. The other one's just making their way out to the field. So we've got a little bit of time to get this baler ready. So we'll get the big old 8270 warmed up and get it on the McHale. Right, so that's it, that's all its bits and pieces in. So we'll go and make sure it's all greased up and ready to go. Right, so we'll tinker around here with this for a bit and open all its stuff up and make sure it's all greased. So we've moved over here now to just fill it up with wrap. So it's all greased up and everything seems to be alright. Fill the chain oil pot up and filled it all up with wrap, which we are keeping in this shed with the net wrap and loads of Silage wrap, because we've had that delivered recently and we're going to be making more silage than this before we can properly get into it. So we also have a 6180 on here, which doesn't really get used that much. I didn't mention that in the first video. Not technically road legal because it's got no number plate, but I think we'll be probably getting that out when we plant potatoes very shortly, when next month arrives. But we can shut all these panels down and get ready to start baling now. He's just off to the other field. He's just up there. So we've only just started raking by the look of it, so I'll let them go around a second time. And I might leave the headland till last and start going up and down on the straights when they start going up and down, so there's no bales in the way. Right, that all seems to be running alright, so we'll make a start. So we have got a baler issue. Something big in there has just decided to break, and we've made one bale so far. So something big in there has broken. We can only get the part from McHale, and it's going to be a few days. So we've had a mechanic come out and look at it. So that's their van. So we've had to detach it from the tractor because we don't want to move it from where it is. So we're going to have to get onto the shop and see if we can find another baler we can borrow or something to get this done. Otherwise we've got a load of grass on the ground we can't do anything with, and it's due to rain in a few hours, and I believe the other field's near enough being mowed now, so we're in a bit of a stuck situation. So we'll get onto the shop and see what we can do. Failing that, we could always revert to our own baler, and we have actually got another wrapper, so we'll have a think about what we're going to do and go from there. Right, so we are now out with our other baler, which we would normally use for straw or hay. Out John Deere 435. And we've set that to do 125s. And I believe one of the other guys is getting the, should I say, wrapper on the front loader, which I think that's what it goes on. Can start going around the headland now, as I think they've pretty much, in all the time we've been messing around, finished rowing up. Right, so we're about halfway through this field now, and we're starting to wrap bales with the wrapper on the front loader, so that seems to be going alright. So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to have our morning tea break. So we'll carry on with this, and do join us in the next episode to find out what happened and if we got finished or not. But we've still got half this one and the one that's up there. So hopefully we will get done once we've had a bit of a break and get cracking again. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again in the next one. Cheers.